It's weird.
Yes.
I'm just embracing it.
Jones and Mego. Nah, you're right. It's weird.
1-0 to Abreu. He's doubled and walked the pitch. Ripped down the right field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. Just past the pole. It planks off the wall. It rolls around. Duran has scored. Abreu around second. Into third with a head-first slide. It's an RBI triple. And the Red Sox lead it 4-0.
Red Sox, another win last night at Fenway Park. 17-13 here on the first day of May. We'll get back to your Bruins thoughts live on Jones and Mego with Arcand on WEEI. But we're joined right now by the manager of the Boston Red Sox, Alex Cora. He's brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh, by Arbella. Here for baseball fans, here for good, and by Sherwin-Williams. The Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program helps you manage and grow your paint business. Alex Cora, how are we doing this week?
Doing good. Playing good baseball. Of course, a lot of stuff going on with the club, but happy with the way we played this month. Obviously, the pitching has been outstanding. The defense has been better, and offensively, actually, what we saw yesterday, that's what I see this club doing. Hit a lot of doubles, not striking out, and putting pressure on the opposition.
You mentioned a lot is going on. There's reports out there, some movement on the roster. What's the status of that?
Yeah, we're gonna put Masa on the IL. It's the smart thing to do. Just take care of his hand, and then whenever he comes back, and he'll be ready to do his job. Grissom, we're hoping for him to join the team in Minnesota. He feels a lot better today, so he'll come to Fenway tomorrow, work out with us, and if everything goes well, he should be with us on Friday. Zach Short, we got him in a trade from the Mets. We're working on the logistics. Probably he won't be with us today, most likely tomorrow. So that's where we at.
This is a team where you guys were coming out of spring training, and it seemed like attitude was so good. You guys talked a lot about the culture that you were building. Now that you're having to deal with so many injuries, bring different guys in, what has it been like to kind of try to maintain that optimism and culture, and who are you looking to in the clubhouse to kind of keep the continuity, I guess, from the team that you had in spring training to who you're playing now?
Yeah, believe it or not, relying a lot on the young kids, Duran, Rafaela, Abreu. I've been saying all along, Jaron has been around. He's been around the last few years, so he's been part of this, but they don't know any better. Kind of like, this is my time to shine. This is my opportunity to be an established big leaguer. In Jaron's case, he's played every game, and I've been challenging him, kind of like, hey, you're going to play every game, and he's been good. Rafaela, obviously, the contract, but establishing himself, becoming a big leaguer. He's been good at shortstop. And Abreu, just a good player. Obviously, Rafi and Ref Snyder, they've been part of this, but I think having youth and athletes has actually helped in that sense. You see it, there's been some different lineups, different combinations of players, and they've been doing an amazing job. And at the end, if you pitch the way we've been pitching, it makes it a lot easier, right? Like we've been in every game, and it's what we've done from the mound. It's been great.
All right, so on the topic of Yoshida going down now with this IL stint, it seemed like before this you guys were having some trouble getting him into the lineup at times. With him out on the shelf now, what do you think the plan's going to be to sort of bring him back into the lineup when that time comes?
No, he's our DH, and it just happens that week Tyler was coming from the concussion. He needed to DH. Rafi, he wasn't ready to play third base, so he was going to DH. We made the decision that he wasn't going to play that much outfield. I think as far as the alignment, he's been really good defensively. We don't have Sedan in the outfield, but we still have Jaron, Abreu, O'Neill. Ref Snyder came back, so it's a good combination. And, Masa is our DH, and when he comes back, that's what we expect.
On Grissom, he was pretty good on his rehab stint. You were hoping to get him back last night. He's sick. You mentioned you're expecting to get him into the lineup against Minnesota. Where is he going to fit, and what do you expect out of him?
Yeah, it's just I think that the at-bat from Cooper and Grissom is going to change kind of like who we are offensively. Both of them, they can go the other way. They can do damage. They can put in a bat together. We got to remember, Vaughn is still a kid. He's only 23. So the expectations can be that high, but this guy has hit everywhere he's played, and he hits for average. We do believe with time he's going to hit for power. He's going to be one of those guys that he will put the ball in play with 2 strikes and probably hit a lot of doubles here. Defensively, it's a work in progress. He's learning how to play second base. But the reports that we got from Chad Tracy and Jose Flores in AAA, he made all the plays. He's a good athlete. And it seems like, kind of like Tyler, he likes this. He likes the environment. He was actually eager to play yesterday, and it didn't happen. He was a little bit disappointed, but hey, he will play at Fenway Park. We know that. So let's be patient. Let's be smart about it. And whenever he's ready, but hopefully it's Friday.
Okay, speaking of patience, I don't know if you saw this, but Dan Roach from WBZ earlier this week, he was stumping for you to get an extension. He wants you to get a contract extension because of how the team has started out in the face of all these injuries and everything else. Would you be open to that conversation?
I think right now I'm concentrating on helping this team to win games, make them better, and then what happens in the future happens in the future. I'm in a good place. I'm very happy with how we're doing things. I'm very happy with the group, and we just have to be patient in that aspect. And whenever that happens.
Alex Spear wrote today about an audit that's going on, or is going to be going on in baseball operations. Do you know anything about that? And if you do, what are people saying about it around here?
Yeah, I think we talked about it 3 weeks ago in spring training, and everything that happens with that is upstairs. Doesn't have to do with the clubhouse and all that. So
that's a relief.
Yeah. So they deal with that. We deal with this.
I was reading some comments from you recently. It's Cutter Crawford tonight. And I was reading some comments from you recently, and I'm paraphrasing, but you said you guys effectively made a mistake by making him a reliever and a 2-pitch pitcher. Where was the push for that? And I guess if there were no injuries to Giolito and everyone else, would he have opened in the rotation?
Yeah, he was going to be a starter this year. After what he did last year, we made the decision in the offseason. He's our number 3, and then the other 3 guys have to compete for the last 2 spot. Then Lucas gets hurt, and this is where we at. Actually, I was pro putting Cutter in the bullpen when we did a few years ago. That was the first time I saw him throwing a bullpen, and he was throwing 97 with a good breaking ball. At that time, the philosophy was more fastballs up, breaking balls down, so he fit the program. It didn't work. It was hard for us to find him innings. It's kind of like what we did with Whitlock, what we're trying to do with Slayton. Find a lane that they can go 2 innings, but at that point, we weren't playing good baseball, so it was hard to use Cutter the right way. We made the decision to send him to AAA. He got down there and start pitching again. And one of the things about him, besides the repertoire, is the pitchability. He's very smart, very smart. When to go up and in, when to use his cutter, change speeds with the breaking ball. He got back to that. I remember he had a start in Seattle. We needed him. He went up there. He went 5 innings, no runs, a few hits, 100 pitches. It was 50-50, 50% strikes. So I saw it there, and we made the decision that, okay, cool. Last year, because of where we were, we made him a weapon out of the bullpen, and we did a good job using him in multiple innings. It was a lot easier last year. And when everybody went down, he became a starter, and he's a good one. Just the attention to details. He talks a lot to Chris Sale. He helped him a lot, obviously, coming from the same program in college and just being around him here. It's kind of like that's his mentor. And obviously, different styles, right? Lefty, righty, slider, breaking ball. But he's good. He's really good.
Your pitching coach, Andrew Bailey, has been getting a lot of press, basically, since the opening day. How much credit do you give him for the way that the rotation has shaped out so positively this year?
A lot of credit to Craig. I do believe from top to bottom, the pitching philosophy is a lot different. And the last 2 years we struggled. We threw strikes. We did, and that's something Heim and the group always wanted. Like throw strikes. But the quality of the strikes weren't there, and we got hit hard in the strike zone last year. everybody has talked about fastball usage. We have mentioned it, right, the last 2 weeks. And it's different, but we're not shying away from it. It's just like this is where the game is at, and with 2 strikes, you use your other pitches, and you're going to get swings and misses. More swings and misses this year, more weak contact with 2 strikes, and you see the results. Andrew is outstanding, very positive. He wants to be a part of something special. He did an outstanding job with Giants. But he's from the area. He wanted to be in the East Coast. And just for him to be part of this, it's been great. Devin Rose, Justin Willer, Kevin Walker, our bullpen coach, and the captain. This group is nonstop. They're they're relentless on what they do. And I saw it in spring training. I saw it. I was like, you know what? This is going to work. And so far, so good, but we still got a long ways to go.
You got Yankee fans out there taking pictures, huh?
Yeah, probably from Puerto Rico, too.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, Alex, you're aware this is a very special anniversary in Red Sox history. Do you know what it is?
No.
18 years ago, 2006, catcher was traded from the Red Sox.
Oh, Doug Mirabelli. Yeah.
Doug Mirabelli.
Bro, that was, like.
What do you remember about that day?
The way the ground screw work, all of a sudden they're watering the field, and all of a sudden it's not working, and they delayed the whole thing. It was amazing. I was like, this is really happening, like, no way. Dougie comes in, police escort. I mean, like, I felt like, is this Jason? I mean, the captain is going to catch for us, like so he comes in, Wake on the mound, of course. No warm-up pitches, straight from the clubhouse to the plate. Josh Bart, who was a catcher, you remember?
Yeah.
He's a bullpen coach for the Dodgers.
Okay.
All I remember the first month of the season was his number all the time. It was like wild pitch, back to the back. I mean, and I played with Josh in Cleveland, and he tried everything. They called Mirabelli, how you got to set up. He was trying to be somebody that he wasn't. He wanted to do everything like Doug, like Mirabelli, and it doesn't work. So we pulled the trade. Dougie comes in, first knickleball, he got it, and it was like
it's like riding the bike.
Yeah,
right?
It was easy. It was great.
Is it really that hard to catch?
I asked Tech, and I think Wake's was it was tough. Tech
hard. Couldn't catch it either.
No, I mean, remember he caught him in Game 7 of the 0-3 towards the end, right?
Yeah.
Good for Tech. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. Okay. Our Sherwin-Williams question of the week is from Steve Morrell of Commercial Painting. MLB is making changes to the uniforms. This has been in the news the last couple of days. What'd you think of the old ones? You're already laughing. And were they really that bad?
I've been using the old one. I don't know if this is going to get me in trouble, but the other day, Tommy, our clubby, he talked to the players. He's like, hey, guys, we're going to make adjustments and all that. And I think the fans notice it. I noticed a few pants been ripped, right, and sliced. So we got to make an adjustment. We do, yeah.
Okay. That's our question of the week. If you got paint questions, you can ask Sherwin-Williams. Alex Cora, we appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Manager of the Red Sox, 17-13 start. They get the Giants tonight.